What's up, guys? This is Core from Final Notice Media, and we're talking about Marvel, Captain Marvel, finally. I know it's been a while. I actually saw this movie on opening weekend, and I figured I'd let it sink in. There's been so much crazy stuff going on with Captain Marvel, but we're not going to talk about Brie Larson making pretty sexist comments about white guys, sexist and racist comments, since it's about white guys.
Am I saying that I hate white dudes? No, I'm not.
We're not going to talk about a GoFundMe page that was made to have lower income kids get tickets to go see this movie, because it's not like they need shoes or like school clothes or school supplies. Something a little more productive than going to a movie, and how much money that GoFundMe campaign made. But we're just going to talk about the movie. So unfortunately, this movie is very forgettable. It's been a week and a half since I've seen it, and the main things I can recall is like, hey, Jude Law was in it. The bad guy from Rogue One was in it, who's in tons of stuff. His name is Ben something or other, but he's a great actor. The digital de-aging they did of Samuel L. Jackson was pretty cool, and that's about like all the good aspects that I can remember of the movie. That there was a couple actors that I always enjoy, and that the digital de-aging effect looked pretty good. So there's that. Complete spoilers, full on. It's been out for a week and a half. The movie's doing pretty good. It's looking like it's going to break $1 billion.
You're probably thinking right now, like, wow, that super doesn't represent the country that I live in, and that's because that's true.
$1 billion. So good for them. They're making a lot of money. I think the sales are sitting at like a little over 700,000 or 700 million right now. So people are going to see it, but the thing is are people liking it? So if you go by all the online kind of movie critic scores, we got Rotten Tomatoes. It's sitting at about an 81% from the last time that I checked. So Rotten Tomatoes, it seems like it's pretty good. But let's not forget, Rotten Tomatoes took off the whole do you want to see it poll for this movie too, because all the political crap that's been going on with this movie, a lot of people said that they didn't want to go see it. I didn't want to go see it, to be honest. Really tired of all the Marvel, all the superhero movies. I feel like it's just running the ship into the ground, but hey, why not? One of my close friends wanted to see it, so I said fine. I love going to the movies anyway, let's do it. First off, they give the hand away for this movie rather quickly. So immediately there's a character that's introduced in the beginning of the film. And I was thinking, man, this character looks really familiar. He's a black dude. He's super badass. I'm like, what is he from? And the 11-year-old next to me goes, that's the bad guy from Guardians of the Galaxies in the first one. And I was like, oh, no, he's right. That is a bad guy from Guardians of the Galaxies. So immediately, if you remember well enough, like the 11-year-old sitting next to me did, you knew that she was working for the bad guys all along. So the twist that comes up that, oh, hey, those are bad guys. No, what were we thinking? Jude Law, how could you? If you're well-versed in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you knew it was coming. Wasn't a big deal. Other than that, like, I gotta talk about the acting. The acting wasn't that great. I feel like I should probably look into Brie Larson a little more, see what else she's done. But, I mean, as far as this movie is concerned, ouch. I don't know if it was her fault as an actor or just the source material that they gave her was bad. But, like, the fish out of water, she's an alien. Now she's on Earth. And it's supposed to be, like, funny, fish out of water. Like, none of that stuff hit. I didn't audibly laugh at all the whole movie, which is always disappointing. A lot of Marvel movies are, pretty laughable. Guardians of the Galaxies, 1 and 2, laugh all the time. Deadpool, laughed quite a bit. There's more, but talking about Miss Marvel just takes all the joy out of life. Then, like, the buddy cop kind of feel that they were trying to go with Samuel L. Jackson's character and Brie Larson, like, that was just flat. It was very flat, unfortunately. So there's that. And, like, I'm trying to recall, it's been a week and a half, trying to recall, like, were there any, like, good action scenes in this movie? Anything that really stood out? Because, like, Black Panther Wasn't that great of a movie either, but it had some really good action scenes other than the whole CGI slugfest at the end of it. But there was some good stuff in there, like Aquaman had some really, really awesome fight scenes. That was like the best part about that movie, even though the fight scenes seemed to last about 45 minutes. They were really well. They were well choreographed and everything like that, but nothing sticks out for Captain Marvel. It's too bad. I mean, it's not like we can't see it coming. You can only beat a dead horse so long until it starts making poofy noises. And Captain Marvel is definitely making poofy noises when you hit it with a stick. So, I wish there's better things to say about it. There's not too much positive about it. IMDb score is given it a 70. Facebook users are giving about a 73, 74. So, I mean, I would not see this in theaters unless you have kids, because it's really who it's going to appeal to with such like a finite, really kind of bad storyline and bad acting from the main character at least, and just like a really transparent storyline. Like the only people that are going to enjoy this are like, you know, kids or people with really low IQs that just want to see Captain Marvel go super sane, because that's what she does. I do remember that she has her helmet on and her hair comes up through the helmet like a mohawk, and she goes super sane a couple of times, and it just looked so bad. It made me want to like watch a really good anime instead of watching Captain Marvel super sane moments that didn't really pay off anyway. It was weird. Captain Marvel was, I like comic books. I read a lot of comic books. I have in the past anyway. I still try to keep up on it. But Captain Marvel was never like a comic book that I followed, so I don't really know like the ins and outs and intricacies of the character. But man, Brie Larson gets her superpowers because she stands too close to an engine that blows up. And it turns out that the people that made the engine were like really aliens. Oh, and she was an Earthling the whole time. She wasn't an alien. And it was just like, it felt so thrown together. Like, we could have had something better that kind of bridged the gap between the Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity Stone Gauntlet, whatever the hell that movie was called. But unfortunately, this is what we got, and it's too damn bad. I always tell everyone I think I'm done with Marvel movies, and then one comes out, and someone ends up wanting to go watch it, so I just end up seeing it anyway, and I just keep getting more and more upset about it. They need to hire a new writing team, or just do something different.
Wow, that super doesn't represent the country that I live in, and that's because that's true.
Or maybe like not have their lead actor piss off like half of the people that are probably going to go see the movie anyway.
This is a huge disconnect from the U.S. population breakdown.
I mean, it doesn't really affect me. I can give a shit what she says. Like, Brie Larson knows what's going on in the world. She's living in L.A. in the Hollywood scene. Those are the people I at least trust to tell me how the world works. and you should too, not trust those people. But that's that with the Captain Marvel. I wish it could have been better, but unfortunately it's really not. You know, please don't beat me up. It's not seeing theaters. Like, maybe see it for free. If you can see it for free, if it streams somewhere else, you know, that'd be pretty cool. You know, some of these movies drop pretty quick. Ant-Man and the Wasp is already on Netflix. So maybe you just hold out for Captain Marvel until Netflix, because you're not really missing anything special. There's no jaw-dropping moments. There's no big epiphanies. That's what's going on in the universe or anything like that. You know, and if it is, it's like super minute. Doesn't really matter anyway. They'll end up touching on it in games. So what's the point? Save your money. Save the, you know, $9 matinee or $12 on a Friday night to go and see this movie. Just hold out for it. It's not that great. And I'm like kind of worried what Endgame's going to be like. Like, personally, I'd much rather see our characters that we've come to love and enjoy and watch in these films figure out how to beat Thanos themselves, instead of having like this other character just come in and swoop down and say, well, I'm going to get it. And like the producers of the movies or the writers of the movies or whatever, they've already said that Captain Marvel's stronger than Thanos. So it's like, oh, what's the point? Why do you keep doing this to us? We want to see a good story. We don't want you to keep screwing it up for us. But they are. Unfortunately, if I had to like put this movie in a category with all the other Marvel movies, because this is like, these Marvel movies are kind of becoming their own thing now. Like Captain Marvel is like with Iron Man 3. It's probably like one of the worst slash forgettable moments. Like if I think of Iron Man 3, I just remember how much they screwed up Mandarin. That's about it. And all the mindless drone bad guys that was in Iron Man 3, it's kind of the same way in this. So if you've seen that, you've seen this, just different characters. But we'll see what's going on with it. And let me know what you think. If you saw the movie, let me know some of the good things that you remember, because unfortunately I'm just not remembering any good aspects of this movie a week and a half later. So if you see him, let it in. I'll have a convo with you. I always love talking to the commenters. With that said, this is File Notice Media. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it. It super duper helps. That button's right down there. Click it. Click it, I said. Click it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.